Hey y'all, so I just came back from another grocery haul. Some of this is actually from Walmart. With our credit card, we get free Walmart Plus. So we get free delivery from Walmart. So this haul is Walmart, Safeway, BJ's, and Aldi's. So this is all we have. Walmart, it was $61 to round up. Safeway, we have $24. Aldi's $25. BJ's $120. And once again, with BJ's, there are items here that are one-off, like toilet paper, aluminum foil, vinegar, things of that such. So we just minus the non-produce items from this list. And this is for Thanksgiving as well. So our grand total for this haul is $181. 181. So we are below our 200 budget that we wanted to do. So I'll give you the grand total for this haul and the one I did a few weeks ago. I believe the one I did a few weeks ago was $211. So our month grocery bill is $211 plus $181, which is $392. So we are at $392 for the month of November, and that is for however many weeks are in November and for 2 people. And that's it. So next month, we're going to do it again, see where we could trim some stuff. Especially now that we have Walmart in the mix, we're going to see if we could get some items from Walmart if it's cheaper. And yeah, this is our budgeting for the month. See y'all later. Hello and welcome back to Rants with Rants. Monday Rants with Rants. Today is Monday, November 17th, and we are back in action. It's currently the afternoon. It's actually like 4 o'clock. Yes, I am in my Christmas PJs because I felt like it. Today we had an early morning. I think I have some clips of us going to the gym in the morning. I'm trying to test it out, see how I like going in the morning. I have my pipe cleaners in. And I just dropped off Hubert at the airport. So now we're back home and we're gonna do a little bit of a meal prep, which is customary. Today is like Monday. I usually do my meal preps on Monday or Tuesday. So we're getting into it, yeah. Today's meal, or this week's meal, is going to be a sweet potato taco bowl. I have leftover turkey, ground turkey. I have sweet potatoes and actual potatoes in my pantry. So we're just going to put that together. I also have to boil some beans because, you know, your girl loves beans. I'm probably gonna also make like a pico de gallo because I did grab some tomatoes as well. And we're just gonna put it together. That's the plan for right now. And I'm also gonna be making some chocolate chip cookies as well because why not? There you go. But that is the goal, or those are the plans for today. I accomplished a lot of, you know, job searching and all that stuff today. I went to the gym already today. So at this point, it's now towards the wind down part of my day, but I do want to finish and, well, start my meal preps and get that over and done with so I don't have to think about it tomorrow or for the rest of this week. But my gratefulness prompt, I am just grateful for the energy, the continuous energy that I have to just keep going with this. and keep coming on camera and just being as transparent and, you know, just being me at this point. So I'm just very grateful for that. So the next clips you're gonna see is me just doing what I do, which is just cooking it up. So once again, taco bowls and cookies. I'm following a recipe for the cookies. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how, either I'll leave a comment on this video with the link to the recipe that I used. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a good one. And I'm pretty sure I won't come back to say this, so I'm gonna say it now. Find joy in everything. See y'all later, bye. So here I am following the recipe. I decided to measure out all of the dry products that I was using with my scale. So I measured out my flour, I put in my baking soda, my baking powder, and I believe in the next clip, I also measure out my sugar as well. I do this because sometimes when it says like cups and stuff like that, I feel like I'm not measuring it correctly. I know that you're supposed to scoop and then put it in the cup. So just to bypass using the wrong measurements, I decided to use my scale to measure it out. So that way I have no issues. So here I'm starting to get set up to cream together the butter and the sugar. I read online that it was imperative to do this well. So I ended up putting in the sugar in different batches just because it was a lot of sugar. And I like mixed it for a while. I want to say like 5 minutes, just because it said it was going to turn light and fluffy, but it did not turn light and fluffy because I think I was using, I use a majority of brown sugar compared to white sugar. So I just kept that going for a while, and I do take off the top and scrape down the sides. That way I could ensure that it is well mixed and incorporated. So here I am adding in the egg to the mix. I added 1 egg at a time. I did 1 egg, I let it mix for probably like 2 or 3 minutes, and then I added the other egg, and I do take off the top and scrape down the sides just so I can be sure that it is well incorporated. So at this point, all the things I read online said to not over mix the batter with the flour. So I end up sifting in the flour, baking soda, salt mixture into different portions. This took me the longest time, y'all, because I'm just sifting it in. I broke it up into, I believe, 4 parts, and I didn't let it mix for too long in between each time. Definitely for next time, I would probably just split it up into 2 batches and leave it alone, because this took entirely too long for no reason. So at this point, I am done using the machine, everything is mixed. The only thing that's left to add is the chocolate chips and chocolate chunks, which I will be doing manually. I use the chocolate chips and stuff that I got from Aldi's. And yes, you will see me snacking on one of them because I love dark chocolate so bad. So I don't want to overdo the dough. So I do this manually because it only takes probably like a few, mixes just to get it well incorporated. I do end up wrapping this in some plastic film and I sit it in the fridge. This ended up sitting in the fridge for probably like a few hours because I honestly forgot about it and I was doing some meal prepping. But I do this just so that the dough becomes easier for me to scoop and put into the parchment lined freezer container that I end up storing it in. It just helps it, it makes it easier. When you use it right away, it's kind of like warm and hard to get in balls. So I end up baking these, I think at like 365 for like 10 minutes. And there you go. They're a little bit firmer than what I would like, but they are good. So I can't complain. All right, so this part is the meal prep that I mentioned earlier. I have my 2 sweet potatoes and the other potatoes as well. I had to use it that week because the potatoes were looking a little bit, funky. So I knew I had to use them or I would lose them. And we are not about any food waste over here. So I just seasoned it with clearly a lot of onion powder, some seasoning salt, and some olive oil. And I put that in the oven for, I believe it was like 380 for probably like 20-30 minutes, just so I could get a really nice roast and char to the potatoes. Good morning and welcome back to Rants with Rants. Tuesday Rants with Rants. Today is Tuesday, November 18th, and we are back in action. Today I am grateful for just the opportunity to be outside and and go chalanting and gallivanting. Today, I woke up, well, last night I actually did go to sleep. Well, I was in bed by 10 and it's been about probably 3-ish weeks since I've been doing that. So I'm very proud of myself for keeping up with that. I try to stop all phone stuff once I'm in my bedroom, but I do allow myself to have my Kindle to read just to help with like the wind down. And that actually has been really great. I've been seeing like how much earlier I could wake up. Even when I was actually working, I was waking up probably like 40 minutes before I had to leave and just like getting up, showering, doing all this stuff and just leaving. But even in this season of being fun employed, I still want to create good habits with waking up earlier, but not trying to go to the extreme and also giving myself grace. So today I did wake up normally without an alarm around like 6:30. So I was really happy about that. I did do some morning stretches, but I chose not to go to the gym because my body didn't feel like it. And I'm not listening to my mind. My mind doesn't really have good discipline yet. My body is getting there. But I'm listening to my body more. and moving with my body, moving with my hormonal cycles, just moving along with it and not fighting against it, and giving myself, like I said earlier, grace. That way I'm not spiraling, because I know for me, sometimes when I get into trying to get into good habits, or trying to keep a diet, or trying to do whatever and trying to be really disciplined about it, historically in the past, if I had one day that I was like off of my regimen, I would then spiral in my head spiral, where then I'm like, you know what, F it, I'm not doing it anymore. Who cares, because I messed up this one time. But I'm in this season of giving myself space and grace and time. And even if I don't do something one day, it doesn't mean that the whole system is ruined. I'm just going through it, and I have to work with myself to get back on track. And that's a better mindset to have for me. That way it's not an all or nothing. It's just you're a work in progress. You mean like you're a work in progress, so give yourself some grace. So today, I just wasn't feeling like going to the gym, but I did get up. I did do some movements. I did some stretches. I did some 15-minute workouts with Grow with Joe. And I'm about to actually go to the movies today. I wanted to see Now You See Me, but I just didn't want to go while it was busy. So I got a really cheap ticket. My ticket was like $10. So I'm going to the movie theaters down in downtown Baltimore. And then after the movies, I am going to take a walk around, just to ensure that I'm getting my steps in, I'm getting my vitamin D from the sunshine, because it is currently sunny. It is going to rain later, so I'm trying to catch all of the rays that I can while it's here. So that's my compromise. I'm doing something I enjoy. I'm gonna go to the movies, see something that I want to see for cheap, and I'm still gonna get some movement by walking around and, you know, being active. So that's my compromise for today for for that. I believe that's it for today. I do have to grab lettuce somewhere, because I made my meal prep yesterday for this week, and I don't have lettuce, so I couldn't eat the taco bowl. So I want to get lettuce today so I can eat my taco bowl, and I'll probably show you guys that today. Just the prep that I did yesterday, but then the final bowl today. So you'll see it. It'll make sense after this clip. So who knows what the next clip is you will see. It most likely will be me just walking around Fells, and just enjoying this day. It's like 50 degrees, but it's cloudy, sunny. So we're taking it. If I don't tell you this later, I'm gonna tell you this now. Isn't my short hair a vibe? I'm not cutting my hair, but isn't it cute? Okay. Anyways, if I don't tell you this later, I'm gonna tell you this now. I hope you have a great one. That's not what I say. What do I say? If I don't tell you this later, I'm gonna tell you this now. Find joy in everything. I hope you have a great Tuesday. I love you guys. Catch you in the next one. Bye. So here is the after. It's not aesthetically pleasing, but it's good. But here is the sweet potatoes and potatoes. I have the beans, turkey, ground beef, onions, peppers mixed there too. I put a little bit of sour cream, and then I had some Taco Bell mild sauce. And then I also topped it with my my improvised pico de gallo, which is just tomato, cilantro, and onions and some lime. To make it even more weird, I am gonna put lettuce in it. And that's that.